What's going on, guys? Just making a little short video, kind of a, I guess you can call it an update video of my snakes and things dangling or to catch flies. This summer we have been invaded by flies, so I put two of them old-timey things up to catch them, and man, it's caught them. A bunch of flies on there. But anyway, that's not what the update's about. I'm going to go through and show you some of my snakes. What's going on? This is my male rack, predominantly. That's my pied. He's a beautiful boy. Growing. Looking gorgeous. I love his look. Love his marks. Absolutely perfect. I actually got this beautiful boy from Frankie. He's the owner operator of Fat Boys ball pythons. He's got high quality animals. Matter of fact, I got several of my animals for him. Lemon Blast male. I got him from Daniel Allison, owner of Constriction Addiction. Another guy that has quality animals. Bumblebee, looking gorgeous. Just waiting to bite me right now. I love his head. Champagne. He's actually in shed, so he looks all dusky, but still beautiful, even in shed. Albino male. Looking sexy. Actually got him from Urban Albinos. I got him years ago, like I believe 6 years ago. Urban Albinos, him and his lady friends. My Spider Mojave. I'm not going to go through every single one, just showing some. My Coral Glow. He's in here recovering from a beautiful breeding season. He is a stud, let me tell you. He finally went off feed there at the end, and I didn't like that at all, so I eventually had to just kind of stop. But by that time he had done impregnated several females. But at first he was eating every single week right along with everybody else, but then all of a sudden he just lost interest and went off feed. I finally got him to go back on feed, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, maybe month. Time flies, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, he's looking good. I'm getting frustrated that I'm messing with him. Beautiful boy. I got him from Frankie. Fat Boys ball pythons as well. This is my boa constrictor that thinks he's about to eat. See those pinks in his head, like that peach color. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is all temporary, of course, till he gets some size on him. Once he gets some size on him, I'll be buying him a cage from Animal Plastics. I like to keep my adult snakes like boa constrictors in big Animal Plastic cages, like my two Dumeril boas. They're in vision cages, but I really like the animal plastic ones, and that's what I'm gonna put him and my other female boa in. Now I got to get his head in without him biting me, but he's not mean at all. He's not aggressive, but if you know anything about boas, they are food aggressive for sure. And when I first open him up, he's thinking he's gonna eat. And see, it ain't one of them things where you can go, hey, I'm gonna scare you back in like you do with a ball python. I mean, it does work some, but he'll come around and tag you on accident, thinking you're a rat. Once he's out, it's a total baby. My female, growing, looking sexy. She's a cow albino boa. She's actually the only female in this whole entire rack. Moving over here to some females. Pastel. Another pastel on top. The normals. I got a bunch of normals. All the way up. Huge normals. I'm not going to open all those. Not that I don't love normals. I absolutely love the original ball pythons, and they're normals. They're just gorgeous. But unless you're really paying attention, you're not going to know the difference or pay attention as much as, say, I would to a normal. This is my Belle. She's in shed. I don't know if you can see it on here, but she has a pink tone to her. Every time she goes in shed, that's what she does. She looks real pink. But once she sheds, she's as white as the paper towels. Gorgeous girl. Got her from Constriction Addiction, Daniel Allison. Some het albino females that I was telling you about that I got 6 years ago from Urban Albino. I'm not going to open them all up, but they're all right there. Butter. I got this beautiful girl from Daniel Allison, Constriction Addiction, years ago. Good girl. She will tag me though. Once she's out, she's fine, but she doesn't like to be messed with at all. So she would definitely tag in defense while she's in there. She can be a little bit of a turd. But like I said, once she's out, she's a baby. And here's a spider, shatter. This little girl's been giving me a hard time. Been having to literally force feed her to get her to eat. I mean, she still looks good and she's healthy, but she won't eat, and I only breed rats. When I bought her from a guy, I'm assuming he fed her maybe mice or African sulfur rats and lied to me and said she ate rats, but that was, or maybe he didn't lie, maybe he was just confused because he had a bunch of snakes that he was selling. He was getting out of the hobby, and he might not have lied. He might have just genuinely not remembered. I don't know. But anyway, it's been very painful, very aggravating trying to get her to convert. A buddy of mine, Frankie, said that what I need to do is go to PetSmart, buy some, or not buy, but get some old mice shavings from their mouse, from where they sell mice, and that PetSmart will just give it to you and take it home, put one of your rats in there and leave it there overnight, and then go to feed it. That typically will start them eating, and then once they eat that rat, they'll be fine and start eating rats from there on out. I'm not real sure that's going to work for her. It might work in the sense of she'll smell the mouse, so she'll eat it. But the reason I say I'm not so sure it'll work, I have force fed her now because I've had her for months. Literally probably, I don't know, 6 months. So I've had to force feed her for a while now. I feed all my snakes every single week on Tuesday night. Well, when it comes to a snake that won't eat, I don't force feed them that very week. That's crazy. You don't do that. I'll just let it go. But after a month, if they hadn't eaten about a month, then I'll assist feed, if you know what that is. I'll assist feed them. Most times she'll take it. If not, then I'll get little babies, like real small babies, and then I'll just kind of slowly push them down in there real gently. I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you know what you're doing, because you can puncture something and hurt your snake. But anyway, I've had to do that with her, unfortunately. Been pretty aggravating. Hopefully eventually I'll get her to... I normally don't have that problem. You can pretty much change any snake over. Just starve them out, so to speak, and eventually they'll eat. But this girl right here, she's been ridiculous, which of course is why she's got that bowl. I don't really provide hides for my snakes. If you don't need it, why do it? That's the way I see it. They're already in a snake rack, and there's never been a need. I don't even do it with my babies. I let them get used to not having them. But I put it in there with the hopes, heck, maybe that'll help her. Nah, it ain't helped her. But anyway, this is my green tree python. It's Bayek green tree python. Precious girl. Right now, of course, while she's small, she stays in the snake rack. When she gets bigger, I'll move her up. And eventually I'm going to buy her a big PVC enclosure for looks and have her out in my man cave. That's pretty much why I got her. Here, my albino bull snake. It's one of my only colubrids. I have one more. I have a king snake, but this is my bull snake, albino bull snake. Always like bull snakes. Empty. They're just waiting for babies. This one up here has babies. It's my albino clutch, waiting for them to shed out. What I do, put fresh paper towels in every day. You don't have to do that, but I do it. And I'll wet it all down. I keep them good and soaked to help them shed. Once they get that shed, then of course I'll separate them, which I've already got their homes set up. These others. Well, that's it. Pretty much showed you most of everything, not all my normals, but I got my Dumeril blowers in another room. But just a little update. All right, guys, have a good day.